Hey guys, so I just finished a good cry. You guys have seen me do that once before, but I don't cry very often. I never have. It takes a lot. It usually takes me getting to like a little breaking point and a pretty big buildup. But as much as I am putting a pause on like sharing my whole story completely, I do feel led to like talk about my struggles with you guys, because I just feel like sometimes I've gone through things in my life where I'm like, dang, I wish I could hear from someone else who's going through the same thing or who has felt this way. So gonna talk about it a little bit. Maybe tomorrow. I'm tired. But I feel compelled to share with you like what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. And I guess I'm really open to hearing any wisdom that you guys might have. And if sharing this helps people, whether they just feel seen and understood by how I'm feeling or they see some encouragement in the comments that's helpful, that's why I'm going to be posting this video. So I've been feeling really overwhelmed today, and by a lot of things. Few things, and I'll share those with you guys in the morning. But I want you to know that if you are going through something, you're not alone. I'm going through it too. I know a lot of people have misconceptions about the relationships in my life, i.e. the friendships that I have. And again, that's just because like people see what they want to see and only what we show. But I was out here on the deck. It's like late, talking to my dad after dinner, crying to him about how I was feeling, and just trying to like process all the things that are coming up for me right now. Then my dad went to bed, and I was like, I don't know, just still awake, and I thought, like, who do I feel like really gets me and has been there for me in moments like these, and vice versa. And I thought of Vincent. I know not all of you guys are his biggest fan. However, Vincent is someone who just really understands me, and I really understand him. And we are both also pretty misunderstood by a lot of people, especially online, but also like in our personal lives a bit. Not everyone, like the people who love us unconditionally and know us well, know who we are and know our hearts. But I think that there's a lot of people who don't understand why we're so open or vulnerable or whatever it is. Love too much, love too hard, whatever. Like very relational. Like Vincent and I share a lot of qualities. I would say we're very similar in a lot of ways. So I was like, let me just see if he's free. So we talked. I cried. Again, like hardly anyone in my life has ever seen me cry, and Vincent most definitely has. And to me, that means like I feel safe with someone emotionally. He's just so good for my life. So I'm like, I don't even know if he'll ever see this. I'm just telling you guys. I know a lot of you have misconceptions about him, but Vin is one of the best friends that I've ever had. Like, he has such a kind heart, and I know that he really cares about me, and we have a lot of like love and respect for one another, and we have a pretty cool bond. So just being able to like talk to him, and I don't even have to explain much. He just gets it because of shared experiences or similar experiences that we've both gone through. And yeah. And then funny enough, the other person that you guys have misconceptions about, my Huguenot texted me like, hey, how are you? And I can't be fake. I was like, I'm okay. Didn't have the best day ever. And then he's like, can I call you? And this guy, it's crazy because last night we were talking on the phone and he said something along the lines of like, he knows that he goes through more because he's special and, you know, he's a follower of Jesus, and like that presents more challenges in return, and like you'll face more challenges. You know, like the saying, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. Like I hear it all the time, and it's one of those things that's like, okay, yep, heard that before. But, you know, it's one of those things also that I think can kind of help you keep pushing when you're going through the battles. Like, okay, I guess God chose me. Funny enough, he said something to me like that last night, and then when I got off the phone with, when I stopped talking to my dad, I saw on this guy's story that I know on WhatsApp, it was like this video talking about being a Christian and how you're gonna walk through different types of battles that are really challenging. And I'm just like, okay, like I keep hearing this message. Then I call Vincent and he gives me encouragement and support, and then I'm talking to my Huguenot and he says the exact same thing. And then he was like, he told me to read Isaiah 4 or 46, he couldn't remember, but he was like, just know that God loves you and you're special and it's gonna be okay. Like, I'm sharing this with you guys because as much as you think I'm dating any of those guys, or like they have all these other intentions and whatever, intentions aside, feelings aside, I'm just so grateful that God brought them into my life. Vincent, my Huguenot, my dad, like just the people that can really give me encouragement. Even one of my girlfriends and I are texting just like about, she really gets it too. We have a lot of shared life experiences, and just talking about trusting God even when it's hard to trust yourself. And I'm going to talk to you guys about this in the morning, but I'm just really thankful for these men in my life. I feel really lucky. Like it does make me emotional because I'm like, I just feel so blessed. And again, it almost cracks me up that like people think that there's so much more going on, when in reality, like, even if there was, it's no one's business, yes, but there's never been anything more than friendship with both of those guys. And like they've just been such a blessing to me, even on a spiritual level, and I believe that I've been the same in their life, like someone who can give them encouragement and be trustworthy and honest and real. And so yeah, it's just cool that we can like call each other up when we're struggling or whatever and get encouragement from one another and build each other up as brothers and sisters in Christ. Like, it's powerful. She just gave me chills thinking about it. Like, I would take that any day over some shallow relationship. So yeah, just really grateful for these two men in my life tonight, and it helped me feel a lot better talking to both of them about kind of what I'm feeling and whatever. And they offered support, you know, and encouragement in different ways because they're very different, but both are very powerful and necessary. And like, my conversation with both of them uplifted me today. So now I'm gonna go to bed with a little bit of a lighter heart, but I just want to start with gratitude for them and introduction to this topic because I just want to be real with you guys. Like I've told you, when there's things on my mind, when I'm going through things with my mental health, you know, I'm human. Like, I'm not perfect. I don't have it all together all the time, and I feel like it's valuable to share that side of things as well, so that hopefully you guys don't feel alone, or maybe you can relate to what I'm going through, or maybe it can just be a space where we all encourage one another and spread love. But anyways, grateful for all of you too in advance. And if you're going through anything challenging, cheesy sounding because you hear it all the time, but God did not give you more than he thought you could handle. Preaching to the choir. I will say, I have been saying, like, can I just have 1 year? Like, my birthday is coming up, and, you know, it is on my mind, like, can I just have 1 year of normalcy? Or, like, something a little more chill. Can I not get hit by a car or scammed by my partner or whatever, you know? Like, can I just have a calm, chill year? And again, like, when I share my story, you guys will understand more how chaotic life has been and how I feel like I can't catch a break. I don't think I'm the luckiest person alive. Or you could argue that I am the luckiest because of all that I've overcome, and I've overcome it and lived. But just ready to relax, you guys. Like, I feel like I really just want to breathe and, like, just be and not be waiting for the other shoe to drop, you know? But sending you love your way if you're really struggling and just not feeling it, or frustrated or stressed or overwhelmed. Me too, I've been feeling overwhelmed, so you're not alone. But we are going to get through this, and I think one of the best ways to do that is to seek counsel. And if you're, you know, spiritual, like, cling to God throughout that, like, throughout the storm. But if you're not spiritual, like, just being in touch with yourself in other ways, like meditation, or I think body scans can be really powerful, like checking in with your body and being aware of what you really feel, what you're holding on to. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm so tired. I think crying in my eyes, like, freaking so sleepy. So I'm headache free finally from after having puked on the boat today and having a migraine all day. It's also related to some past trauma, the reason that happens. So okay, good night from Hawaii. I have 2 more nights here, and then we'll be up and at 'em. So I'll see you guys in the morning, and I hope you have a lovely day or good night's rest if you're watching this before bed. You know what's going down, folks? We're setting up the channel. Yo, hey.
Setting it up. Need some subscribers.
Obviously, yeah, we're gonna get it.
Got some content.
Guess who wasn't recording that whole time, because I stopped when you told me to stop at the gate, and that whole time we were just talking, there was no recording.
Oh, go again.
I hate doing that.
Take 2.
Take 1, because you're driving, bro. Like, sheesh. You're 2 hands off the wheel.
Oh, it was for 1 second.
Okay.
We're in a very large vehicle.
True. Okay, anyways, we were talking about, I was just saying I'm very grateful for the support that I have from the men in my life. Got to talk to Dad last night, my OG. Don't leave me. My OG, I'm white as hell compared to you. Oh my gosh. My OG support system. And then I talked to Vincent and my Huguenot, and was saying, like, cried to Dad, let it out, cried a little to Vincent, got some encouragement. Talked to my Huguenot, laughed. That was the order of events. And then I slept like a baby, so it was nice to get it out of my system. But I'm still going to talk to you guys about it, just because I want you to know that you're not alone, and I go through things too, just like we all do. So whether it offers encouragement to you that you're not alone, or maybe you see comments that are encouraging or provide wisdom or whatever, just want it to be a safe space where we can talk about how we feel. So anyways, we are going to get acai bowls, and in what we thought I recorded, Dad was saying he likes how I say that because
Well, because I've been making a lot of content that I haven't posted yet because I'm just starting my channel, but when you guys will see this content, you're going to see that I acknowledge there are other ways to say acai bowl, including acai bowl and the worst, I think. No offense if you say it this way.
Acai or something.
Acai bowl.
That's shameful.
I think acai should be tossed out. I'm pretty sure it's not right. Even if it is, it sounds terrible. So we should either say acai or acai. I say acai. My daughter says acai. I believe my sister says acai.
That's sickening.
But it's okay. I accept it.
We don't accept it. It's acai. Okay, so anyways, we're going to get bowls, and he just mentioned his channel. So I'm linking his channel in this video, but mostly the last video because we made you guys a deal. So today I helped him set up his account, and we were on FaceTime with my Huguenot, and this is what we were talking about that I freaking didn't record. So my dad has gone by El Jefe for a while. It's Spanish for the boss, like Mzito in Swahili.
And my name's also Jeff, so friends have called me El Jefe for a lot of years.
Yes, it's kind of just to be funny, even though he is a boss in his work. We know he's not Hispanic. My mom is part Hispanic.
Yeah, that's true.
Jeffy is just very white.
I speak a little Spanish, though. Poquito.
Go ahead.
Tiny bit.
Let's hear some.
Poquito. Hola, me llamo El Jefe.
Even the accent is shameful.
Me llamo. I'm very,
His accent is very...
I can say quesadilla. Quesadilla.
Yeah.
I can't trill my R's, so I'm terrible at Spanish, actually, speaking it, but I enjoy it.
You know what I say to people when they ask, like, where my family comes from and whatever, or like what my parents are, because they look at mom and most people will know like mom's a mix of something. I'm like, my mom is like mostly Spanish with some other stuff, some Italian, Portuguese, whatever,
A little Norwegian mixed in there.
A little Norwegian. Like, my dad's just a bunch of white shit.
I don't know if I like that description.
I've always said that. Sorry, I don't know if I've ever told you that.
A lot of English and English heritage and a little bit of Irish, German, a lot of Western European stuff.
All the white features, like
blue
as
eyes.
White as someone can be, you are that.
Yeah,
blue eyes, and he's fairly cultured for his whiteness, but blue eyes, like bright blonde hair like my brother when he was young.
I really appreciate a lot of Spanish culture, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
I do. I like the music. I love the food. I've been to Mexico and Spain, and I like both places very much.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even planning on saying this, but I want to say that Hispanic people are, one thing I really appreciate about them, and this is generalizing, but I really appreciate this about them because I think it's very true mostly, is they're very family oriented, super family oriented, and they're also very hardworking people. So that's something I really appreciate about them.
I like that.
So, yeah.
Love that. So anyways, his channel's going to be El Jefe, but so my Huguenot and my dad are on FaceTime with each other as they have been before. My Huguenot and I talk pretty often.
He's the best.
He really likes him. So my Huguenot and my dad have talked quite a few times, and then my Huguenot and I obviously talk very frequently. And so my dad said to him, he goes, well, I kind of like how your channel is titled I Am My Huguenot. Like, should I do I Am El Jefe? And then we took about 45 seconds to try to get him to pronounce it properly. He was saying he said El Lafe.
It sounded like he was saying I am laughing.
Yeah, he's cute.
Like he's laughing, but he couldn't quite say jefe very well, but he finally kind of got it.
Yeah.
Kind of got it at the
He
end.
loved the idea, so like I've said, they're two peas in one hilarious little pod, and anyways, my dad's channel is going to be titled I Am El Jefe. And my Huguenot,
power to the people.
I Am My Huguenot was in full support of that idea.
That's when I knew we had to do it.
Yeah. So my Huguenot was like, you have to do it like that because all of the great ones are I am Marwa, I am my Huguenot, I am El Jefe. So anyways,
I've never been to this store. Is it over here? I think it's right over here.
I don't even know where we're going. You just said we're going on an adventure, and I got in the car.
Down to earth organic market.
In fact, no. Are you sure it's not across the street?
It might
Target?
be right up there, but
Oh. Okay, guys. Anyways, this YouTuber has
I'm
to
at a
now
long
make his
stoplight.
video.
Yeah, I gotta wait till it turns though.
So I'll talk about my little feelings and thoughts and how I'm trying to process all that later on. But this video is not all heavy. It's just real. We're gonna go get some acai, except for I'm not a big acai person. I like pitaya a lot more, which is dragon fruit. And it's,
it is? It's the same? Dragon fruit and pitaya are the same?
Yes.
I thought they were two different bases.
Nope.
That was one of my questions.
Now you know.
I always get...
I'm a wealth of knowledge as well, Dad.
I always get Acai. Just kidding. Acai. I think you're right. I think it was the next exit.
I have an idea for a video that we could do for your channel.
Yeah?
That maybe people would want to watch. You know how you were asking me questions the other night? Like randoms?
Yeah. Oh, wow, look at that.
Lord.
America's Samoans for Trump. That's a truck, man. Wow, you should show
That's an
that.
atrocity.
They got the big Hawaiian flag.
My.
Look at this thing. It's decked out.
Wait.
This guy has it going on, or gal.
So the side of the truck says what?
American Samoans for Trump.
I don't think Hawaii is super conservative.
No,
are they?
it's not. It goes the other way every
This truck
election.
has to get shit on.
This is a big old truck, a big old Escalade that's decked out with a lot of Trump support. There's people who support him and there's people who don't. This is America.
I would highly suggest never talking about that on your channel, whatever you feel, but
No, I know.
But me
it's
personally,
free.
I don't like
It's
that.
a free country. You can say what you think, and some people are going to like it, some people are going to hate it, but you're free to say it. So
True.
that's,
God
and
bless
I'm thankful
America.
for that. I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful that we have a free country where we can vote for who we want and speak freely about our beliefs. And
Can I speak freely about my belief?
yeah, if you want.
Our options are shit.
Yeah, I feel that.
It would be
hear what you're
nice to
saying.
just maybe have people in office that are a little more mindful of everyone.
I agree. I don't think there's a real good middle, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like this all the time.
super.
You know?
And that's something I really don't like about America.
I don't like how the two-party system has become so just anti one
It's
another.
dog eats dog,
Yeah.
and literally the only person who wins is the person who has the most money and talks the most shit.
I don't know if I would agree with that or not, but I do know, I think that the two-party system is got some issues. But again, I'm thankful for the freedoms. I wish that you could get independent candidates in there more easily, but the whole system is set to basically
It's pretty hard to get
highly
someone.
favor a Democrat and a Republican. And if you're an independent, I mean, you can look at the
Yeah.
past several elections. Like the last guy who was independent, last candidate who got a lot of votes was Ross Perot. That was like 20 some years ago.
And of course you know that, Dad.
And he was a Texas billionaire and he had lots of money.
See?
As you said earlier, you need money. So
you need money and connections.
money and connections. But I do like, I like a lot of that notion of a middle ground for sure. And I think we just butt heads
You actually
and
do?
yell at each other. Oh yeah, a lot of my beliefs are
Independent.
much more to the middle.
Me
and
too.
independent, but I definitely lean one way or another on certain things.
Yeah.
But yeah, but mostly the middle.
And the part I didn't get was he said sometimes I lean left first. Sometimes he leans left, sometimes he leans right. We don't talk about politics on my channel, but I will say,
So I won't
fun
say it.
fact, I actually was, this car's not going, oh wait, never mind, that light's red.
Yeah, it's red.
I actually was so into politics. Like in high school, I took AP politics, loved my politics teacher. He was like my friend. Not literally, like he's old. Sorry if you see this, Mr. Blank. But
Mr. B.
Mr. B.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
But I actually really loved politics, and I have a very strong sense of justice, and I was interested in like possibly law or something like that. So even in university, in undergrad, I took politics because I wanted to, because I like it. And then it was at that time or around COVID that I started having stronger feelings about like how corrupt the system is in politics all over the world, not just America. And like how even though I'd want to be someone who creates change or has an impact, I felt like maybe I can't do that as much as I'd want to in politics, because it is, I I really feel like the people who win have to talk badly about other people, and I really don't want to do that.
Hey, roll down your window for a minute and see if these nice ladies will let us in. Just give them a little, like, Hawaiian wave and see if they'll let us in.
Excuse me? Your window's down. Just go. Just do it.
Ask.
No, just do it, and I'll give them a shotgun.
No, just ask.
They can't see me.
She's trying to... Yeah, they
Thank
said
you.
okay.
Yeah.
That was nice. Give them a shotgun. Throw it up.
I did.
Good. Hang loose in Hawaii. People are nice, actually. Driving here is nice because people are pretty friendly.
Yeah.
It's like the island way.
Anyways, Dad,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
would you vote for me for president?
Sure. I would never want you to run, though, because you get so much... It's so
Hate.
hard. You get so much hate,
I know.
vitriol, and...
No, I actually used to think, like,
Nasty.
I would kind of want to be a woman in politics because I was like, dang, that'd be so cool if
I support women in politics, for sure.
Yeah,
I think
but
women
if I
have
could
a
like
unique-
do something to have an impact, but I really, all the people don't see this, but on TV in America, I can't even tell you how many times an ad campaign comes up for like politicians. It doesn't have to be a president nominee or whatever. It could be anyone, and it's like talking really badly about one person, and then at the end of it, they're like, I'm Alexis and I support this message, and or I approve this message, and I'm just like, I could never do that. I could never pay money from my campaign to talk badly about someone else, and I've never not see someone do that. So that's actually the reason that I was like, let me
Yeah,
not.
you have to sling mud to win, and that's unfortunate.
I don't wanna
the
do
world has
that.
enough mud getting slung all around, and
Yeah.
I know that you want your channel and your platform to be really positive, and I want that too. Like, I don't want a bunch of negativity because the world's a tough enough place with tough stuff happening to people all the time. Life is full of difficult.
No matter how
people and
positive you are,
moments
though,
and-
people definitely say negative
Oh, I know.
things.
That's fine.
Yeah,
On your channel, I know what you do to them.
I block them.
Yeah. So even though I talked about free speech, and I do like free speech as a nation, but her YouTube channel is not a country. It's her space to give you guys hopefully encouragement, good content, and to be encouraging to you and hopefully real and also encouraging from you. And yeah, if you wanted to start a controversial channel, you'd start a political channel.
Well, or you just become a reactor and talk badly about people that you watch that you don't know.
And that's bad energy for everybody. Like, it's
really bad.
to be getting that from followers, and it's bad to be giving that back to followers. And I think energy is contagious.
Yeah.
So whether you
You're
have
gonna get what
positive
you
energy
give.
or negative, whatever you put out into the world is what comes back to you.
Yeah.
And if you're positive, good things come. And it doesn't mean your life's perfect, but if you're negative, you're gonna see that reflected back at you.
It doesn't mean your life's perfect. And what I was talking about, that my Yugano and I were talking about last night, is like, people say God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And then I have to show you this video. I saw in my friend's story on WhatsApp this person talking about how it's hard to be a Christian because it makes your life more complicated in a lot of ways. And I saw that right after we talked, and I was like, wow, like,
Jesus
this
said
is just
that. He
the
said, in this life
overwhelming
you'll have
message.
trouble. In this world you'll have trouble, but I've overcome the world.
Yeah.
And he talks about that. If you choose to follow me, you're leaving other things behind and you're going to have trouble. But at the end of it, again, not trying to impose beliefs on anybody, but what I believe is at the end of our lives, there's another life. And if you've lived your life for Jesus and you believe in him and his sacrifice that he made for us, then I believe that you're saved and you end up getting to spend eternity with the Savior. And that this life goes so fast. Take it from me, I'm an old guy now, getting older, and it goes quickly. And
You're
the
not
older
even
you
old.
get, thank you, the older you get, though, the more you think about what's it going to be like at the end. And at the end, if you have no hope, that to me is a sad place to be. So it's not why I believe just to have hope, but I'm thankful that I do have that hope. Because, man, the older you get, your body starts breaking down. There's a lot of things that don't go your way, and it's nice to have something to hope and look forward to, for sure. So that's what I think.
Yeah.
And we're here. Ooh, crumble cookie.
Hoy.
Didn't know that was here.
Didn't know either. Actually, they've outdone themselves. This shopping center is really new.
Yeah, they got a lot of nice stuff here.
Because last time I was here, this was not here.
This has grown.
Nice. Okay, guys.
So
well,
we're going in.
getting off our little soapbox. We're gonna go in and get some smoothie bowls, and we'll show you because they're so aesthetic.
They are.
They're totally aesthetic.
And tasty.
Yeah. Chee-hoo.
Chee-hoo.
Guys, I got like a... This is gonna do bad things to me, I already know.
Crap, I forgot no coconut.
You don't like coconut?
Mm-mm.
Me either. But on these, I
Dang
do. Okay. I forget what I got, but watch Dad's video. There's the description.
I am no coconut kind of guy. I like coconut flavoring. I don't love the texture of actual coconut, so we're being a
Same, that's why I don't like
We're being a
it.
picky eater here a little bit and getting some of this off.
Yeah.
Mom loves that coconut cake at
I don't like
Wild
it.
Sage. I like it, but I don't like that it has coconut on it. So I gotta get this coconut off the most I can without killing all my peanut butter vibes.
I remembered, guys, I got charcoal coconut as my base.
Alright, I'm diving in with a little
But
bit
the
of
fruit is
coconut.
very frozen. There's dragon fruit, blackberries, raspberries, and I'm not knowing what this white chunk is, so let me try that. I'm thinking it.
Oh, what is that?
I have no idea.
Wow. That's a really good acai.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You want to rate it?
It's very good. Dang me for ordering the coconut on here. Not getting that left off. But this is way up there. Like, this is a really good bowl. I judge it, I mean, because bananas and strawberries and blueberries and peanut butter, all that stuff is what it is.
Basic, yeah.
So what you're really judging is, how's the acai? Do you like it? How's the base? And this is a really good base. It just has a really nice flavor. It's hot out here, so it's gonna get soupy, but it didn't come out soupy, which I like. I want it to be pretty frozen. It's nicely frozen, so I like it.
I don't know what these white chunks are in mine, but I like them. It's like a jelly.
This is a good bowl.
All right, guys, we just finished our acai slash chocolate, no, coconut charcoal bowl that I had. And I'm teaching Dad the ways.
Teaching me.
In fact, I just said to him,
YouTube daughter guru.
turn that down, bro.
She said Vin is her YouTube father.
Yeah, I did tell Dad that my YouTube dad is Vincent because he's the one who taught me how to do any sort of editing, not that I do much, and like just uploading and stuff like that. Like, yeah. So Vincent taught me how to use YouTube and YouTube Studio, and my dad was saying he's not offended that I'm calling him my father because he knows who my real father is, but Vincent's my YouTube daddy, and now I get to be my dad's YouTube dad or mom. So we're getting him rolling, guys. Who even knows, because maybe you guys will hit 250 on his channel before you guys even see this video of mine, because I'm linking his description in my last video. But he's learning his little ropes, and then I said to him, I was like, you know, I keep seeing you film all these videos, but I've never heard you do an intro or an outro. He was like, oh yeah. So he just recorded an intro randomly at this grocery store, but he's a cutie. He's gonna learn.
Learning the ways.
Learning the ways. Yeah, so actually he's like recorded way more in Oahu than I have. I've kind of been chilling a bit. So definitely you guys will have to check out his channel more if you want to see more of the island. Did you record golfing and hiking?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went golfing and hiking
I went on this
while I
epic
was
hike.
working.
Yeah.
So you can see more of the island if you go watch his channel. So get him the views, guys, in support of me. I never foresaw myself doing YouTube, and I most definitely did not see my dad doing YouTube. But to be honest, if it would have fit anyone more naturally, it's El Jefe. Definitely. He's always recorded a lot. It used to annoy us as kids, and now we
you're
appreciate
thankful for all those old movies and pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty typical. It's like the circled life.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Like it.
anyways, guys, we are gonna head back to the resort and chill the rest of the day. I leave tomorrow night for Asia. That's all I'm disclosing, by the way, so you better not be saying anything in your videos.
I won't.
And then the end destination is not disclosed yet. They're guessing, which I knew they would guess, that I was going to go see Steve-O. And we'll keep
Good
that.
guess.
We'll keep. It is a good guess. So Steve-O is my bestie in Australia, so I keep seeing that guess. But I knew that you guys would guess a lot of things that would be incorrect. So let's keep you on your toes. Dad, someone said that I'm immature because they said I'm going to check out for now and watch your videos in a few days because this just is immature, that everything's a secret.
Oh, really?
I said, oh.
Okay, I respect that.
Oh, I don't. I said, that's condescending. I almost said maybe don't check back in, but I said that's condescending, and I can't just say where I'm going for safety reasons.
Yeah,
even.
I prefer you not to. If you think she's immature, you can blame me because I've told her don't say where you're going.
No, it's no one's business where I'm going. Like, the fact that I'm even disclosing any of it is, I'm letting you guys into parts of my life, so I know you guys are going to say don't even address that comment. I just found it to be funny because I'm like, I'm immature for not saying where I'm going.
Well, that person's entitled to their opinion, but I disagree.
I don't know, guys. I think mature people don't say that they're mature most of the time, but to be called immature for that reason was a little funny to me. So, are you showing me your steps?
Yeah.
Dad's showing me his steps.
Read them and weep. What's the number?
11,360 steps today. What did you do this
It's
morning?
only 4 o'clock. We went on about a 3-miler this morning.
It's
3.5
4
miler.
p.m.
Yeah.
I've done nothing with my life today. Okay, let's go back to the resort.
All right.
Guys, I have to tell you guys something. So, my mom is more, what would we call it?
Are we talking about the speed humps?
Yes.
She gets motion sick in a car, and she doesn't like a lot of rattling around.
We're talking about personality.
Yeah, more like doesn't like surprises that much. Definitely less spontaneous than me.
She's not super fun, for lack of better words.
She can be, but
No, but Dad's like funny fun, and Mom's more like responsible. Mom's just a mom.
Mom's
you're
a
like
mom.
You're a bro. You're
Yeah,
a friend.
I'm a fun
I
vibe.
called you a bro in one of my comments, and one of my subscribers was like, "Did you really just call him bro?" I said, "Yes. He's my bro. He's my dad. He's my friend, my homie."
Should we hit a speed bump at a high rate of speed?
Watch this. He's literally braking, and my mom got so pissed at him the other night for this.
These kids are out of the way. Okay, here we go.
Dad. Oh my god, he had us all laughing so hard the other night.
We were hitting those pretty hard.
And my mom's just like, Jeff, slow down. Let me out of the car. How fast do you think you went over one of those the other night? You revved it up.
Probably like 60.
60 miles an hour, he hit one of these speed bumps.
You barely feel it when you go that
No,
fast. It's just kind of fun to do. You feel it way more when you're going over it at this speed.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was so funny. It was at night. He literally was at the red light. What did you do with the brake and gas thingy? What is that called? Just revving the engine? I don't really know.
I don't even know what it's called, but basically all you do is you step on the brake fully, but then you step on the gas pretty much fully. And so you take off a little bit like a rocket. We can do it right here if you want.
Hell yeah.
This is a big vehicle. This is a big vehicle. This is not a sports car, but we're going to do it real quick. If this person doesn't turn,
This is so freaking funny, guys, because
So,
it's so, like,
here we
totally
go.
illegal what he's
We're
doing.
pressing down. Okay, these people are right behind us, but here we go.
Wait.
There's 40.
Yo.
So 0 to 40 in like 2 seconds in this big V8. Boom, boom.
And he was,
The golf clubs are rattling
and he was
around.
going so fast. My mom got so mad. We were all dying laughing in the back. It was hilarious.
I pushed the envelope a little on that one, I think.
Yeah, we're like, you're sleeping on the couch tonight, bro.
Yeah, the lanai, I think is what you guys
The
told me.
lanai,
I
yeah.
did sleep in the bed though. Because I'm a G.
You're a G. El Jefe.
Yep.
Crazy views. Watch this, Dad. Watch. Ready? Change the exposure on that sucker.
That's cool.
Oh, wow. That looks fake. Look.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright, guys. I've been saying for a while now that I was going to go to the gym. And now it's dark and it's 9 p.m. But I was on the phone with my best friend for a while. I just always feel so much better after talking to my friends. I'm like some of the best friends in the universe. I'm picky about my friends. I would choose a small group of friends any day that are like super loyal and know you better than anyone over like a big group. I'm not, even though you guys know I'm very social when it comes to like my besties, I'm picky, like really picky. So we're headed down to work out. I used to train like nightly, like I prefer working out at night. I just wasn't doing that in Kenya because it wasn't an option. When I have the choice, I'm definitely like a lift at 7 p.m. or after that type of girl. That's like my hour. I'm a night person. So it's my last night here, and I'm gonna go get a lift in. And it should be good. I think I'm gonna hit legs or back because leg day, back day, those are my favorite days actually. That's what everyone hates, but those are like back day is actually my favorite because my favorite lift is deadlift. But because I've been in the gym consistently since my situation in February, I know it's gonna be very hard and I'm going to be very, very sore. So last day here. I feel like my capacity is a little low to share kind of what I was thinking yesterday. So I want to get a workout in and then maybe talk about it, or maybe talk about it in the morning. I don't know. Hope you all are doing well. I'm just really excited to be with the person that I've been referencing again. Like, I just feel like it's exactly what I need in my life right now, and it's going to be good for my soul and my heart. So yeah, I'm really excited to be with that person, and I feel like it'll be a good little rest. We were just talking about how it'll probably be really good for me to just have some days where I do nothing, be at home together, just chill. And I think he's exactly right that I need some days where I just check out a bit, check in with myself and check out of the public eye, pretty much. All right guys, let's go get a lift in and then we'll talk. Huguenot and I were on the phone earlier today, and I was just wearing this really oversized sweatshirt. I got it in Rwanda. I'm wearing bike shorts right now, but he was like, you look like a student. Do little Kenyan students look like this? Like, I don't think so. Not really too sure what that meant, but let's get a little lifty in, as he would say. Doing my favorite lift, guys, and it looks funny in this outfit, but we're gonna do it anyway. And I think you might hear me huff and puff in my headphones. I don't really know. Anyways, be inspired, y'all. We'll lift something heavy today. Are you kind of straight-ish leg for that lift? And I wish they had a bar. Feels good. I feel so much mental clarity when I'm lifting weights. So if you're feeling like shit, highly recommend working out because it does so much for your body, yes, but more importantly for your brain, all those endorphins and everything. It's just like medicine, just holistic. I don't know, highly recommend. If it's not your thing, go do something else that produces all those, feel good hormones, chemicals in your body and your brain. That's natural and legal. Just a suggestion. Dark out here, guys. I'm like the only human in sight. I guess there's that person. And those kids that are gonna get in trouble for playing around the pool in just a second. But I'm gonna find a place to sit and chat where you guys can kind of see my face. Might go over here, I don't know. We're gonna walk around and find a spot. Thinking this random couch is calling my name. Yep. Hoping you really can't hear the music in the background. It's very faint. Cute little orchid we got here. All right, guys, have a seat. Let's talk. My therapy couch. Okay, we're gonna see how long I can hold the phone like this. In fact, it's kind of closer to my face than I would like, but I can kind of rest it on my leg right here. No way. It's a mosquito. Oh my God. I'm a magnet too. You know, it's a miracle that I didn't get malaria in the village with my Huguenot, because apparently malaria there is really prevalent and I was not on medication. But you know, God's got me like that. The whole gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers, I guess. I guess he thought malaria was just a small battle compared to the others. You know, I just hit it. I think it's stunned. I felt it hit my finger, but that sucker is coming for me. Okay. It literally landed on my effing leg. The audacity. My hair looks real cute right now. Okay, guys, so let's see. Where do we start? There was a few things on my mind yesterday and the last few days. And you know, I talked in my previous videos about like being still and how important that is. And being still is something I have become really good at, because there was a time where I was challenged by this, or about this, by my mentor, and she was like, maybe you're so busy all the time because you're avoiding stuff. I've talked about it in previous videos, but that's when I really started practicing like being still intentionally, and not always having the most going on. So I will say it's hard, and I had posted this little poll question thing on IG, and a few of you that follow me responded to it, i.e. one of my just lovely favorites who is always sending me encouragement, Deborah, a couple other people that responded on there, James. I really appreciate you. I even showed my dad the messages from you today. I know that's not your freaking YouTube name. It starts with an O. Nickname Obi. Anyways, I'm just really appreciative for the people that send me encouragement. Like one of my subscribers, I don't like calling you guys that because it sounds so like meaningless. One of the people subscribed to my channel, he was sending me like references to Bible verses he thought I should look at today. And it's crazy because I haven't even like dropped this video like letting you guys know how I've been feeling, because yesterday, to be honest, I had a pretty bad day. So it was like, wow, like he just sent me these not even knowing that, and checked in on me, and it was pretty timely. So probably a good thing. But I just like want you guys to know I'm a horrible texter for one, but like when I do see your messages of encouragement, which I'm sure I've missed several of you guys, and I don't not respond on purpose, it's just I get a lot of messages, and I've never been a big texter. I usually like just call with my friends, so I'm not really on social media like that either. Like I post and then I don't spend time on the apps at all. So yeah, if I ever miss a message from you guys or take a long time to respond, I just really want all of you to know that have sent me encouragement. I appreciate you guys so much. Like it feels so special to me to receive like affirmation and encouragement from you guys that I've never even met in person. Like I've said this before, but to think and feel like, wow, this person like cares about how I'm doing, it's just surprising still. Yes, there are good people in the world, but it's always just like a refreshing reminder when you guys take the time to be selfless and like think of me and let me know. Like I really notice and I appreciate it so much. So thank you guys for that. Anyways, I was having a pretty bad-ish day or moment yesterday. Like, yes, I'm in paradise, don't get me wrong. But, there's other things coming up for me right now because I finally had more downtime. I'm not going from place to place. Someone is being so effing loud. Like pushing a cart or something. Sorry, guys. The floor is like stones here, so it's pretty loud. One sec. Okay. I have had more time to be still here because I'm not going from city to village to city, whatever, like staying so busy. And I knew that some things would probably come up for me, not in a way that's like, oh my gosh, I haven't been processing. I have. But I think as much as my brain has been processing, like my body's catching up. And so, like yesterday, I was feeling kind of overwhelmed with a few things. And unfortunately, because I haven't shared my story, I feel like I can't talk about one or two of those things in detail yet without kind of disclosing too much. So let's see, what was the first thing? One of my closest friends is locked up right now, i.e. in custody. And I found out a couple days ago, but got to talk to him yesterday. And it just made me sad, like talking to him and even struggling to be able to do that, like having to pay to talk to your friend, like that's just shitty, straight up. I miss him a lot, and I am an empath, so definitely like I feel what others are feeling very easily, and I also just have a lot of feelings, even though I'm not the most like emotionally expressive person. I definitely experience like deep levels of empathy and care for others. So I found out that my friend is in custody right now and won't be out anytime soon, and I didn't even know because I've been out of the country and my number doesn't work. So I guess he tried to call my number a while ago and couldn't get a hold of me because my number shut off, and you can't call Instagram or WhatsApp from jail. So that was kind of weighing heavy on me the last couple days. He's one of the most amazing people. And again, I've talked about like not judging someone for their actions, but like their heart, and he has an amazing heart. So that made me sad, like finding out that information and talking to him and seeing like kind of, I guess like how long that's gonna be a situation. And I wish I could do something to help, but I can't. And there's like no in-person visitation allowed or anything like that right now. So yeah, it's just sad. So that's number one. I'm gonna be praying for him often to remain hopeful. He had such a good, positive spirit when I spoke to him, but I feel sad for him. And then I went through something we'll say October 2023, and it lasted a while, like this event, for lack of better words. And I didn't feel supported by certain people that really mattered to me. People these days, my word, they're so loud and it's late. I didn't feel supported by certain people close to me. And then yesterday, something happened that kind of made me feel those feelings again from the same people. And just felt heavy. There's some people in your life who, like, you really need love and support from in certain times, and maybe they don't share the same love language or communicate similarly to you, and that's hard. Like, something I learned in therapy a while ago was that I usually feel most disappointed when I treat people a certain way and then they don't treat me with the same level of, like, respect or care. And I know that's normal. That's life, and maybe a lot of you guys would say, like, life isn't fair. But I do have a really strong sense of justice, and there's certain things I've experienced where I'm like, dang, that's not fair. Like, I wouldn't treat someone this way who's going through this thing. So sometimes I still struggle with that, like, even if I try not to care or carry that with me like I do. So also, just a reminder, and I think a lot of you guys could relate to this, not everything is as it seems. You know, things can look like really good, really perfect, and they're not. Like, I definitely keep it real with you guys, but there's certain things I can't say on here, and I wish that I could. Like, one-on-one I could. But, like, there's certain dynamics that you guys definitely don't know about or understand. And I kind of expressed that when everyone was saying, like, oh, go back and stay with your family. Like, I'm about to be 27 in a couple weeks, and I haven't lived with my family since I was 18. Like, I've been independent for a long time, taking care of myself for a long time. So I don't know if you guys can relate to this at all, but can my dad and I hang out 24/7? Okay, 24/7 is a lot. Can my dad and I hang out all the time, like, often? Yes. Like, we definitely have similar energy, same respect level for one another, like, treat each other with kindness, and can have the hard conversations, but that's not universal across the board. So I need my own space, and, like, family is a blessing. I'm sure a lot of you guys maybe don't have yours around still. So yes, I'm blessed, but there are dynamics that I can't really share. That make things hard sometimes, and like I said, I just feel like I can't talk about it on here right now. But I had a lot of feelings coming up for me yesterday. It was nice to be able to talk to my dad about it because he really understands me and gets it. But so that's the next point, I guess. How many of you have felt misunderstood? If you're like, yeah, that's me. I'm sure it's a lot of us. How many of you have felt misunderstood by the people who are hypothetically supposed to understand you the most? Like, that's something I've, like, battled for a while, is I think I'm different in a lot of the ways that I was created, but especially the way that I think. And as much as I'm, like, really thankful for the way that God made me, it makes things hard sometimes. It feels like it'd be easier to be normal and, like, think like everyone else. I just think really big picture, and, like, people have seen that in me since I was, like, probably, like, 13. There's things that I have not talked about that I will when I share my story as much as I can, but I just had to grow up really fast. Like, there's a lot that happened in my life, and I didn't really get to be a kid in a lot of ways. And so, yeah, I feel like sometimes people don't really understand me and like what and where I come from. They just see certain things and make assumptions that are really inaccurate. But I feel like some of the people that I really want to understand me because they're close to me don't, and that feeling weighs heavy on me sometimes. Most of the time I don't care, but sometimes it catches up to me. It's like, geez, it would be so much easier in life if I was just around people who get me, you know? Like, there's some people who just get you, and of course you really want those people to be like your family or your close friends, and it's disappointing when you feel like that's not the case. So I'm gonna get really vulnerable with you guys for a moment. I've mentioned before that like the US never really felt like home to me, and I felt most at home in Kenya, but I think that's because personality wise I have more similarities to my friends there, and there's just like a different level of openness and warmth that I experience in that country than in the US. And I feel like my word, distractions galore. Why are people actually weird? Like, what was that? Sorry, I know that seems rude, but sometimes. Okay, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but they're making weird little moaning noises as they walk past. Weird. So, see, I'm tempted to not even say this because I already know the response from some people that aren't really gonna understand me. And I think that some of you guys do. Like, a few names come to mind in terms of my subscribers that I feel like seem to be really in tune with me and my energy. Like, I think you pronounce it Brianna, Wendy, Shannon, Deborah, Grace, Obi, Omar. They're like, also I'm good with names. I know that seemed weird, but those are just some that come off the top of my head. I'm sure there's lots of you guys. Simply 777, like Luis. There's like a lot of you guys who I feel like are connected to me in a funny, weird way, I guess. This might seem weird. I don't know. I'm just saying what comes to mind. I feel like some of you guys are connected to my energy, like you really get me, or it seems that way. But like I've talked in previous videos about like wanting kids and stuff and feeling like I really know what I want. Once I share my story with you guys, I think these feelings will make a lot more sense to you. I know some of you guys might look at me and be like, you're young, like you don't know what you want yet, you haven't experienced that much life, and I'm here to tell you that by the age of 25 I experienced more life than most people. Not just for 25-year-olds, but like for people that have been through more life. My mentor would tell you that same thing. I'm just like, I don't want to say had a bad hand dealt to me, but like I've been through hell. I was listening to the song Hell and Back earlier as I'm lifting weights, but I've been through hell for real, and like that's also come with a lot of blessings. Like God's opened so many doors for me, so I won't leave it at I've been through hell. God has opened so many doors for me, and I have like achieved so many successes in my life as well. But it's like I've been dealt the worst and I have received the best. Like, it's pretty extreme, kind of like my life. But okay, so for those who don't understand me and don't understand this, like some people thought that this was like my first serious relationship that just ended recently. That's definitely, I don't know why that cut, but definitely not true that this is my first serious relationship that recently ended. So it's nothing but a thing to me. Like, But there's a few things that it's been bringing up for me. One, like I told you guys, I know that I really want... See, I like cringe in even saying this. I know that I really want kids. And that's something that I didn't want to... used to want like I do now. And I had a realization last night. Like, I do want my own family. And I know that that's something that, like, if it's in God's plan, that'll happen in His timing. So I don't, like, hear this and think I'm rushing anything or whatever. It's just I've known what I wanted for a long time. Like I was saying, since I was a teenager, I've really been, like-minded to how I am now. My friends and family can tell you that. I've never really thought like my peers, my age. And I know what I want. Like, I've accomplished... It's gonna sound kind of cocky, but I've accomplished all my career goals that I set for myself by the age of 25. Traveling full time, like living my dream. And I know a lot of people think that that's like totally what I want, but the thing is, like, I would 100% give that all up. Like, as much as that's what I want right now, it's not necessarily what I want, like, long term, because I want other things more. So yes, I want that. I do want to travel full time, but I had a realization yesterday in terms of being, like, misunderstood. There are people in my close circle that I am related to that I feel like really do not understand me. And it's hard for me to be around those people sometimes. It's hard for my energy because I feel like I can't be myself. And I think most of you know that I'm pretty much always myself. So it's really hard for me to like dumb myself down. And I feel like I kind of like dim my light a bit around certain people at this point in my life because it's just like exhausting for me to be around people who just don't get me. And I realized yesterday that I think that's why having a family has become increasingly important to me. I really just want like my sweet little circle of people that understand me and make me feel seen and supported, and people that I can give the same to and like treat me with the same respect that I treat them, and treat me with the same kindness and patience that I treat them with. And like, I think that's also why I'm just so stoked to go be with my best friend right now, because he understands me more than anyone. Like, Matea, my girlfriend that you guys met, I would say exact same. Like, she understands me more than anyone as well. But these two people, both she and this man, understand me better than anyone that I've ever met in my entire life. And, ew, I just killed a bug onto my sweatshirt. And, I just feel like I need that right now in my life. Like, I feel like it would be good for my soul to just... I think I just feel so relaxed, like, being around people that get me. Like, I feel really relaxed around my dad because he just gets me. It's like, I don't really have to explain myself. I don't have to, like, be like, geez, watch it, that was rude or disrespectful. Like, he's mindful and kind, and he just matches my energy that, like, I treat other people with. He treats me with the same positive regard. So, yeah, I guess that was kind of hitting me last night. I just told my dad, like, as much as, you know, people think I want to travel and all that, like, I do, yeah, but I would give all that up to, like, pretty much have a family, yeah, or, like, just be around people, even if it meant, like, not moving around everywhere, but, like, to just have my little people and be with, like, the person I'm meant to be with, and be surrounded with the most important people in my life who, like, love me as much as I love them. And it's hard to come by, like, for real. I know a lot of you guys have noticed, like, I'm an empath, and that's true. And it's oftentimes, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate, like, I end up, like, giving more than I receive, and that's usually okay with me, but, like, you know, it gets to you eventually. I feel like there's people that you guys know of, too, that I think do the exact same thing, that I've made videos with before, but, yeah, I just feel like I give a lot more than I receive at times, and I think it was hitting me yesterday, and I'm tired, you know, like, I'm really tired, from an emotional standpoint, like, not like, oh, I'm just so messed up about all this, like, I feel like I've been processing things, but something really traumatic happened last year on my birthday. Here's another thing. Something traumatic happened last year on my birthday. There was no, like, substances involved or anything. So before your mind goes there, nope. I was completely sober when I experienced this thing. And that was, like, how I started my 26th year of life. It was some birthday trauma. And I think that's coming up for me as well a little bit. Like, what I went through last year, and just thinking, like, my gosh, like a lot has happened. Like, in this amount of time. And a lot of it's been good, but also, like, a lot of it has been really bad. Like, I just want some normalcy in my life. And that's why my best friend was like, I feel like it's time for you to be a little homebody with me for a minute. Just, like, let's just chill. I'm like, okay. But, like, I really want this next year of my life. I really want to receive the things that I want, yo. Like, I want God's best for my life. And if that doesn't include the things that I'm, like, thinking I want, then I don't want them. But in my humanness, I feel that I really want the start of a family, which would include me being healed and whole, and, you know, God bringing the person in my life that He has planned for me. That's honestly what I want. And it's not like I want it so bad that I don't want to be alone. I want to be alone until God brings that person into my life. But, like, when He brings that person into my life, I'm so welcoming that, because that's something that I just really want. Like, I don't need all this time to, like, heal and grieve my freaking last relationship, because I'm so not sad about it whatsoever. I just feel grateful that God removed someone from my life, but it's, like, something I'm still struggling with as well, that I was talking to my dad about, is, like, gosh, this messed me up for real in terms of, like, trust. I'm like, how am I gonna know when someone or something was sent by God? Because I've received some messages about this last person being sent by Satan, and then I've also received messages like, God sent him into your life to challenge you. Like, I don't really think that that's true. I've been challenged enough in my 26 years. Like, seriously. Again, once I tell you guys my story, it's going to be like, oh yeah, I don't think God sent him into your life as a new challenge. Like, I've been challenged. So any wisdom that you guys can offer, I would so appreciate. Like, how can I trust that something or someone is from God? Because there's been times in my life where I thought something or someone was, i.e. my ex, like I thought that someone was good for me, good for my life, and I was completely wrong, you know? So, like, how do I know? And I'm really struggling with that. It's like, before you say, pray for discernment. I know. I've heard that before. So how do I pray that I don't second guess that discernment now? Like, these are some of the things I was talking to Vincent and my Huguenot about, and my dad, and my friend Grace. And it was like, just how do I know? Like my dad and my friend Grace said, pray for truth. Like, pray that, like, God will reveal that truth to you. But I'm like, okay, I will, but then I feel like I'm always gonna second guess. Like, is this really like the clarity that I prayed for, or am I working this up in my mind? Like, I hope this is making sense to the people that this needs to make sense to. I would really appreciate your guys' wisdom. Like, if you've ever been through something where you thought you knew God's plan for your life, literally the verse on my ankle, and then you ended up being wrong. Fine, fair. That's happened so many times in my life. But now I'm wondering, the next time God brings someone or something into my life, and I think it's of Him, how do I know? And how do I weed out what's not more quickly? Because I think, like, a lot of you guys have talked about wolf in sheep's clothing, and that was my recent experience. So, like, how do I spot the wolf faster? And, like, when I pray for discernment and clarity, how do I know that whatever I'm feeling or experiencing is God's truth being revealed to me? Because I really, really did think that the last person that was in my life was, like, sent into my life by God. And I know that that was incorrect. So, what do I do, guys? Like, again, I don't need so much time to heal. I've been processing this for a while. I'm not sad, but, like, how do I learn to trust myself? And how do I learn to trust whether or not, like, the choices that I make and the things I feel and experience are of God? So yeah, pretty much those are the things I've been overwhelmed with and feeling. Just been reading the Bible and trying to pray about it. Talk to people, seek wisdom from those that I trust and feel like would understand kind of what I'm going through. So to sum it up, I'm overwhelmed with feeling misunderstood and not supported by people that I would really appreciate support from. I feel like I know what I want, and now I'm curious, how am I going to know that it's God delivering someone or something into my life, and answering that prayer. And I'm worried about my friend who is incarcerated right now. And yeah, I wish I could go into more detail about the being understood thing, because it's heavy, but I can't, because can't really name names or do any of that business right now. But yeah, I'm just really grateful for everyone in my life who does understand me and support me. I'm really grateful for all of you that might understand any of this at all. Oh, Chelsea's another one, by the way. There's so many of you guys that I feel like are so encouraging and supportive. Jacqueline, like, yeah, like, trust me, I really care about you guys too. I wish I could just meet all of you guys in person. Like, I feel like we would just vibe 100%. But I don't really watch other YouTubers, by the way. And I don't consider myself to be one. I'm just making YouTube videos, but I don't know how engaged they really are, but I just really want you guys to know that I see you and I feel seen by you. And I feel like that's one of the most rewarding feelings in life, because that goes hand in hand with being understood. So for those that like hear me speak and go on and on about all these random things, and I know that I go like this, ding, 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 ding. It's like very ADHD seeming, and no, I don't have ADHD, but there's tendencies. But I just really want you to know that I appreciate you guys, and I absolutely want what's best for your lives as well. And you know, when you've said things about like illnesses or losing people in your life or like dealing with mental health issues and stuff, when I've said I'm gonna pray for you, I really do. Like, I'm not someone that just says those things. And you know, when you guys are telling me that you're praying for me and sending me encouragement, it like is so mind-blowing to me, and it means the world. So just thank you guys for being there for me in the capacity that you are. Thanks for hearing me out. Again, just sharing kind of the things that I'm thinking and dealing with, because maybe some of you can relate, and whether you do or don't, like maybe some of the comments that this video will get can encourage you or give you wisdom, like I receive from you guys through the comments in my videos or directly in my messages. So I feel tired. And I leave tomorrow night for Asia, and I'm stoked to take you guys with me. So like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Definitely leave some comments if you feel like it. If you have any wisdom to offer me, like, I see you. And I started my dad's channel today, so I'm gonna link his bio, yeah, in my description of this video. So freaking wild, but I don't know, he's like more of a natural little YouTuber than I could ever be. So go subscribe, show some love to him. He's made so much content, way more than me here, and he shows you guys way more of the island actually. So if you want to see Hawaii, I highly suggest you go subscribe to my dad's channel. I am El Jefe. Yeah, I probably should have made him type like yo soy el jefe. That's I am the boss in Spanish, but instead he mixed English with Spanish. I just realized that. Like, I am my Huguenot. Yet he was inspired, and they had a pep talk about how they're gonna have similar handles. So anyways, like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You are so welcome here. And I know some of you guys have commented before, like, I'm a silent subscriber. Yo, like, chip in, let's talk, okay? Because I welcome any positivity. So I know some of you guys I've even met in person, and you're like, ooh, like Tito, for example, was like, ooh, I'm nervous. I didn't know if you'd be nice. Like, I love meeting new people and interacting with you guys. So I wish I could do it more, and that's why I've mentioned like maybe doing a live or something like that soon, so that we can have more of that personal interaction. But hope you guys can love on you and others today, and I'm gonna get some sleep because I have a 30-hour flight tomorrow night. It's gonna be crazy, but I'm excited to take you guys with me. So thanks for all the love and support. I appreciate any wisdom and advice you have to offer. If it's negative, just maybe keep your mouth shut, and if it's positive, we welcome it. You are welcome here. So love all of you guys, sending love your way, and I'll see you in the next video.